Good morning. It's Tuesday, November 28th, and the uncannily accurate predictions continue. So, wow, I'm so excited about gold. We predicted a gap in gold this morning. It's doing that. We'll get to that. I'm going to talk slow today because I'm sick. Have a sore throat here, and who knows? I may end the show early because it's going to be hard to talk. But let's see. First, look at the macro. TLT down. It looks like everything is, at least in pre-market, having a little breather, except gold, and Bitcoin started to bounce back. So gold yesterday was one of our top picks. It was the second top pick, I believe, after Shopify. And with gold, we were saying it broke that key level. Let's see, I wrote it down here. 186.36 was that key level that it broke. And we're like, hey, if it stays above 186.36, you have a cup and handle breakout, and your target's 191.36. Well, this morning, let's take a look here. We're getting a huge surge in gold right now. Okay, right there. And I'm feeling good about this prediction, feeling good about this price target. Added a little bit gold yesterday when we saw that break of 186.36. So 191.36, that's the target. I'm going to do a couple things, though. Let's look at the weekly, monthly, see if we see anything different. And then, man, 194.45 would be nice to break. All right, but I want to also look at PHYS, see if we see anything different in terms of the breakout level. So let's just go to, okay, 1610. Let me go to the daily. All right. Okay, so 1610 would be the target. 1610 would be the target on PHYS. 1610 and then 1650. I'm not sure if that percentage-wise that's a lot different than gold, but in any case, don't think we need to analyze that too closely. It's working. It's breaking out. I don't have much availability to day trade right now. It's mostly my retirement account I'm trading, so can't really do aggressive options, can't really do much day trading, but I did manage to buy a couple gold options yesterday, small size, so happy about that. Now, We have PDD earnings, we have Zscaler earnings, and NNDM. I didn't really look at the NNDM earnings at all, so I can't really give you feedback on that. Okay, you can take a look at it if you're interested. I believe this is that Israeli company that has like $1 billion in cash and has been doing buybacks, and the market cap's 600 million for some reason. I believe that's that company, if I'm not mistaken. So you can take a look at that, and if you find something out, let us know. If you want to act on that, let us know what you're doing, what you're thinking. But mostly, I just want to talk about PDD and Zscaler. So I'll talk about Zscaler first. Zscaler beat and raise. The raise, the estimate they gave was 10% higher, depending what source you looked at, between 10 and 12% higher than analyst estimates. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, but there's an issue here which is preventing me from jumping into this. Okay. The issue is two things. It's a combination of the valuation and the fact that it's been up so sharply running into this report. So let's look at, this run from the lows. Let's say from the last ER, it was 165. And here, this sharp run you had. So you already had, oftentimes you look at what percent do they beat by, say, okay, they beat by 10%, so the stock can jump up 10% roughly, then we triangulate. That works very often. But sometimes when it doesn't work is when the stock has run up really hard heading into the report. Some of that tends to get priced in. So it makes this a little bit harder. And the fact that the valuation is so high also gives me pause. So if we look at the EPS guidance, I think it was roughly comes to about $2.50 annually. So at 182, which is where it's trading at in pre-market, you're talking about a PE in the 70s. Okay, and actually you can even see it before this report. The forward PE was 85. Okay, so it's improved a little bit because the earnings beat and because the price dropped. So now forward PE of 70, and also the price to sales is 17. So very, very expensive company. It puts it in the league of Palantir and Celsius and Tesla. And to me, I don't know. I guess I just don't know Zscaler well, perhaps. But if I'm going to be paying a premium, all right, I'm willing to pay that premium for Elon Musk. I'm willing to pay that premium for Celsius, which is growing so fast and has captured the Gen Z. I think it's called Gen Z, the brand in the Gen Z community, right? Maybe I'd be willing to pay that premium in Palantir because of the AI and defense and everything like that. But am I willing to pay that premium for Zscaler? I don't know. So look, maybe this thing does bounce back and head towards a 10% gain in the coming days, like we saw that with Abercrombie and Finch, right? That's similar math there. This is very similar. That a big beat and raise, although 10% not as big as I think ACF had a much bigger raise, Abercrombie, or as AFC. I don't know. But anyway, so it could. I just don't know Zscaler that well to be like, hey, is the sentiment worth it? Thing is, also, as Abercrombie and Finch, the valuation was not that high. It was like a PE of the 20s, right? Where is it? Abercrombie and Finch. I always forget the tickers. ANF, isn't it? Yeah. All right. So with ANF, oops, no, that's not the screen I wanted. I got to go back and do it from here. All right. With ANF, look at that, forward PE of 14, right? So I had a lot more confidence buying the dip in ANF than I would in Zscaler. So it's very possible there's a sentiment I'm not aware of. I'm not an expert at all in the cybersecurity space or this company specifically. So is it going to be bought up quickly like it was in, these other situations, or Tesla or Palantir? I don't know. But in any case, that's why I'm not going to be recommending this stock today. Could be partly out of ignorance of the sentiment premium and why the sentiment premium is there. But I'm not going to be playing it. That being said, if you want to play it, look at the gap here, right here. All right, the low of the day, 181.62. That's a strong support. What's it doing? Oh my gosh, it's right there, isn't it? Hold on a second. 181. Okay, so very close. It's playing with that gap. So that's a very strong support. And if that breaks, then the top of the candle prior, 179 roughly, would be your support. So those are two places you should be interested in maybe buying Zscaler if you're interested. those two levels I just gave you. And then, your pre-market high will be your first resistance there at around 184. And then yesterday's close, another resistance you could look at. Anyway, that's the story of ZScaler. Okay, check it out if you're interested. Not going to be on top of our list. All right. Then PDD, I think, is a little more interesting because they beat both. I think they beat their revenue by 27% and their earnings by 33%. But I didn't see guidance. Unless someone saw guidance, maybe they don't give guidance, okay? Because I've only seen the Q3 numbers. Okay, so that if that's what they gave and there's no guidance, then that's what we go by. Okay, if there is guidance, then this analysis means nothing. I don't see any guidance in the headlines. If someone saw guidance, let me know. But they beat revenue by 27%. They beat earnings by 33%. The stock's up 15%. But you know what I like about this? PE, forward PE 23. Okay, forward PE 23. So that's a lot more interesting to me, even though it's up 15%. So let's take a look at this. So it's trading at 138.50 in pre-market. Take a look at that pre-market action. By the way, that's a nice looking chart. Consolidated after the big move, starting to curve back up. Looks like it wants to challenge that high of 138.20 again. So PDD, I think given the beat and the valuation, looks a lot more interesting than the other ones. So let's look at these candles. Wow, it's already above all these resistance candles. Holy schmoly. So what's next? 138. What's next, man? It's going to be maybe the top of this candle, 143. Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. Could be in play for PDD. And look at how beautiful this is above all the key moving averages, bullish crosses on the daily, on the weekly, on the monthly. Excuse me. So this is looking good. I wish I could buy it. Don't really have room for it anywhere right now in the money I'm managing, unless I make a change after market open as a more long-term swing. But PDD, to me, that looks better than Zscaler. But Zscaler, it could bounce off the support levels we gave you. All right. Now, gold. Gold doing exactly pretty much what I predicted yesterday. Said if it holds 186.36, which intraday briefly went below, but it closed above 186.36 at key level. And we said if it closes above that, we could see a gap tomorrow because that's a major breakout level. And with a target of 191.36. Okay. But you know what? It's probably better to do this analysis on, let me see if I can, just don't know which contract would be the most commonly traded contract with, let me try June. I really don't know here. 2083. See, I'm not a futures expert at all. But GLD, there'll be some slight, loss because of management fees and things like that. So anyway, I don't know I don't know anything about futures. I don't know which contract. All I want to say is that this is an art, not a science. When you talk about 191.36, because it's the futures market which moves this GLD, right? So it's probably going to be resisted at whatever the resistance level is in the futures chart, not on the GLD chart. So this is just an approximation at 191.36. Okay. Might be a little bit below that or what, because of the, the loss over time because of some small management expense fee there. Okay. So something to be aware of, but in any case, conceptually speaking, we're like, okay, we broke this recent high of 186.36. So we're heading for the highs, right? We're heading for the highs of is that the year? What is that? Let's take a look, right? Yeah. So we're heading for a 52-week high. That's conceptually what we're talking about. All right. And then, wow, this is looking really good for an eventual move over $200. So anyway, gold looking very nice. All right. Tesla, okay, there was another catalyst that came out. So anyway, we have Thursday, 12 p.m., the Cybertruck situation. We have another catalyst. Did I put it in the app? I'm trying to think. I think I forgot to put it in the app. Let's see if it's here. See if I put the other catalyst in the app that just came out. All right. Tesla Celsius Gold continued in play. Oh, here it is. Tesla, another catalyst. Tesla. This came out in the middle of the night from Gary Black. Okay, he's a big like fund manager who's bullish on Tesla. So Tesla China reported an excellent 16.7 thousand insurance registrations for the week of November 20th to November 27th. That's the highest weekly insured registrations this quarter, and followed a strong 16.3 thousand insurance registrations the previous week. That puts Tesla China 4Q insurance registrations just below Tesla's record 3Q, with 5 weeks left in Q4. All right. So now we got a little bit of good news on registrations. Plus, we have the situation coming up, the event coming up Thursday. So Tesla, I think, should be top of your mind, top of the list. And I did pick up some extra Tesla shares yesterday, a couple small options as well, heading into this event on Thursday. All right. Man, I forgot what levels I gave you yesterday. So I think I said levels don't really matter at this point. I think that's what I said. I said, you know what? Well, you got the 20-week MA at 240.57. Be nice to break out of that. But basically, I just see this as a psychological thing, catalyst and psychology, catalyst and sentiment. And, I just see the opportunity for the stock to run into the event. And then possibly, I think I said, yeah, if the event's really good, you can break out of this 20-week moving average and head on higher. If it's blah, or just okay, then maybe you get resisted there at the 20-week moving average. That's roughly what I gave you yesterday. So I'm sticking with that, with the added catalyst today of the insurance registrations. Look at gold keep going up. This is great. All right. Looks like gold is the number one pick. It was number 2 yesterday, number 1 right now. Okay. Celsius, a catalyst last night, which I've just been researching this a little bit. I think I put this in the app as well. Here we go. So Celsius, popular in Capitol Hill, amidst claims it suppresses appetite like Ozempic does. That's my own wording based on my read of this article. So this came out. Now, apparently, Capitol Hill, they're really excited about Celsius and everyone drinks it. Oh, don't do this to me again, Benzinga. Come on. All right. But this came out on New York Post yesterday after market close at 4:45 p.m. All right. Move over to Duncan. America runs on Celsius, from congressional staffers to reporters on Capitol Hill. It seems everyone in D.C. is hopped up on Celsius energy drinks amid claims that they suppress appetite like Ozempic. Okay. Oh, don't do that to me. I gotta go. I want to go to my desktop. Come on. Oh, this is not even Benzinga this time. This is New York Post giving me problems with this automatic video play. Come on, guys. You just gotta stop this bullshit. Let people read content. My lord. All right. It's everywhere. Brett Robertson, chief of staff for Republican Kansas Senator Roger Marshall, told BI this week, with flavors such as watermelon, kiwi, guava, and cola, Celsius is billed as an effective and healthy energy drink. The brand has skyrocketed in popularity in recent years. Again, this came out yesterday after the close. Founded in 2005, Celsius. Okay, all right. So, meanwhile, the TikTok hashtag Celsius has over 1 billion views. As college students praise, this is Ozempic mention again, as praise the product, and nutritionists try to dispel false claims about it. For example, that Celsius contains Ozempic. It does not. Axios reporter Victoria Knight, who covers congressional health policy, said she's noticed many congressional members and staffers sipping on the energy drinks. Congress would probably go into government shutdown without Celsius, Knight said to Business Insider. She even excitedly tweeted updates on the new Celsius vending machine in the house basement. So anyway, it goes on. I checked out Victoria Knight. So this is not new. She's been putting this out there. Okay. So it's been known by people who know. And, I even saw Jonah Lupton was tagged in one of these things from a few months ago. He didn't respond, though, so I'm not sure he saw it. But now it's on the New York Post last night. To me, that's a catalyst, okay? That's something that can move markets is my point, right? To me, that's a delta of information that can cause a delta in price as we see gold heading even higher. So as I talked about this yesterday, like Celsius, I said, look, Celsius is heading to new all-time highs. We just don't know when. We don't know what the catalyst is. We don't know when it's going to happen. Could today be a catalyst to put a bottom in the stock and head in the right direction? It could be. I don't know for sure, but it's worthwhile to put this high on our watch list. I actually bought more Celsius anyway, just because for a longer term outlook. I was adding Celsius yesterday after the research I told you about, the empirical research I did over the weekend. Okay, so 50 DMA, 55.42. That's an important level. I think, let's go to the weekly. It's just a lot of chop, even around these key moving averages, though. So it's not clean, but in any case, 55.42 break, I think, takes it to 62 area. You see the 62.99. All right, so Celsius is going to be high and watch. Could that catalyst spark a rally? Yeah, I think it could. It could, but we don't know for sure. It's not like major news. It's not like a press release. It's also false, right? That these it's not like, hey, it really does something like Ozempic. No, it doesn't. I mean, it might suppress appetite. I think caffeine suppresses appetite a little bit. It's no different than any other drink with caffeine. Okay. So, gold, Tesla, Celsius. We talked about PDD, which I like better. Bitcoin starting to make a comeback. All right. It's been difficult, but it's hanging on to that 20-day moving average. All right. I'm not changing my stance on that in terms of breaking 38K and moving towards 50K. Man, gold is really, really booking it in pre-market. Beautiful. All right. What time is it? 9:19. If you have something in chat, let me know. It's hard for me to talk right now, and actually, I don't have a lot to talk about, so I'm just going to talk slower until 9:30. All right, we're watching CRISPR. Geo, we got to look at this breakout in Geo. So Geo, I had given you a $10.35 price target. I think I gave it to you Friday. I forgot what level it was that was breaking, but there was some level Friday that it broke, or I said if it breaks. And 1035, it's right like in this gap area right there. You see it right there? You see this red candle? It's basically that gap at 1030. 1030, there's another area. I think it's a 1035 when I went to the weekly, but right in this area, 1030 to 1035. Man, it went there quickly yesterday. After the $10 break, it spiked right up to that gap at 1030. Is that it? Maybe. Maybe in the short term, very short term. But if you go to the weekly, then you get a better picture. And if you go to the monthly, you get a better picture, but it takes more patience. It's going to take longer, and it can be choppier, right? You go to the weekly or the monthly, like now you can see you can have pullbacks, right? You can pull back from 1030, you can go back to 10, right? But if you have some patience here, now that we go to the weekly, we see here the opportunity to go to 1244, all right, that recent high. If you go to the monthly, you see the 200 month moving average at 1334. So I think. So on the weekly and the monthly, I think we're looking at $12, $13. Geo could pull back here this gap on the daily, 1030, 1035. Let's see if it's not really a gap, by the way. It's just candle resistance after this big move down. Wow, it's a good area because look, you had this support right here, right on this candle low of day was 1030. And then you had the resistance after that big drop was 1030. Okay, that's where I came up with the 1030 number there. So if it breaks 1030, then I think you can make a move towards 1114, the top of the candle of the previous day. Okay, 1114 possibly in play. So we're going to be looking at Geo as well today. Just writing that down for myself. All right. In fact, I'm going to put Geo ahead of CRISPR on this fresh breakout. I'm going to put it ahead of Bitcoin. All right. And CRISPR, look, to me, the game plan is just to sell some December 7th. Got to double check that date. Is the PDUFA date December 7th? Is December 8th? Now I forgot. I think it's December 8th. So we still got some time, so I'm not pressed to sell it. That's my game plan. I'm not really looking at the technicals on CRISPR, although I know, what are they? It's like 76 and 79. Those are the two resistance levels, 76 and 79. I'm hopeful we're going to get 76 to 79 by December before the PDUFA, but not guaranteed we will. I still think, though, you'll see an upward bias and an event anticipation run into that event. So I feel good about the opportunity to sell CRISPR higher than 71.61. Man, gold is really booking it. Check out our gold list here. Oh, that's what I should have done. When I started talking about gold recently, maybe I should have bought some of this levered stuff and miners, GDXU, NUGT. Anyway, all right, we got some gold. Gold 187.80 just does not stop here in pre-market. Yep. Okay, 191 plus is your target. Swing time frame. I always say swing. I don't know if sometimes it happens same day, sometimes it's a few days, sometimes it could be a few weeks, and sometimes we're wrong. But man, it's crazy how often it happens very fast. Like even Geo from 10 to 10:30. Look at gold just booking it. Wow, 187.90. Beautiful, love it. All right, what else we got? NVIDIA looking for that rebound. SMCI overall, our initial analysis was correct. It's just the better one of the two to be in because of valuation. So I do have like a 2-to-1 ratio of SMCI over NVIDIA. Or maybe it's less than 2-to-1 now because I picked up some NVIDIA around 483 live on our show on Friday or whenever it was right after earnings. Maybe it was Wednesday. In any case, NVIDIA, let's see. You got the 20 DMA to look at, 469 roughly. You have this candle resistance right there, 476. So 469, 476. Oh, 476. That was the second level I gave you below 483. So 476 and 483 are like the two support levels. Oh, look at how beautifully it went to 476. My gosh, I am close. But in any case, so we're looking at that, monitoring that for a rebound towards the rebound and then towards new all-time highs. All right, that's what we're looking for in NVIDIA. And we're still looking for that on Lilly as we're watching every day. So this stuff will be on our watch list. I'm going to move Lilly up. It just hasn't triggered yet. Man, YPF got so close. I had a sell order at 1850 yesterday. It hit 1823. I don't know if I sold any on the pullback. I have to check. I may have decided when it failed to hit 1850, it got very close, and then it started pulling back. I may have sold some. I got to review that, see what I did there. All right, so let me just move YPF and IRON up a little bit so we can keep a closer eye on these big winners that we've been predicting the last couple days. All right, IRON, we still got that 399 price target on IRON. What are we at? 381 by 388 in pre-market. Look how close it is to that 399. So Bitcoin being up this morning, certainly going to be a tailwind for that to reach our target. I think IRON I did sell a little bit yesterday. When I saw it made a push to like 393 and then pulled back. I think I sold some IRON. I just like, I need money because I gotta like, I bought yesterday. Oh, I think it was probably more gold or whatever it was, but like I gotta find money to be able to act on these predictions. So I took that opportunity to take a little bit of profit in IRON. I think I sold like 1/3 or something on that pullback after it hit 593, 393. Man, look at gold. Gold doesn't stop. It's 927. All right, so gold at the top of the list. Tests I'm putting above Celsius with that really big catalyst coming up, and the insurance cattle. Two really good concrete data points there. Celsius, it's a third party. It's a news article. Less concrete. All right. Less important. PDD. The way I think of this is kind of like I think of Melly, right? Like, hey, it's popping big. If you have the right patience and the right time frame, even if you buy the gap, you're going to be okay, right? Low PE, e-commerce exploding. So 30% beat, even if you have to buy it expensive, but you gotta have the right time frame. It's going to be hard. It's always hard to buy gap, right, when you're day trading. But in any case, PDD definitely had a good report. It's up there on our watch list. I don't know if we went through targets on this, did we? I think I did. I think I gave you a target up there in the 140s, 140 area. All right. Geo, we're seeing if we can break 1030, 1035 area, then make a move towards 11-ish. It's 9:28 a.m. Trying to think if I'd like to do any moves here. Did get a couple gold options that I spoke to you about, so I'll be monitoring that. Let's see here. 9:28 a.m. Maybe Vegas will pop in later. We'll see. Trying to get like someone to banter with between 9:30 and 10 to fill in the dead space because we're just kind of looking at price action. All right, so uh, 186 calls is what I got on gold, expiring next month. All right. Any comments, you can throw it in the chat. It's now time to watch price action, and we keep in mind these catalysts, these fundamentals that can give us conviction. um, I like the order of what we have. Oh, shop pulled back because of a downgrade. I couldn't find. I didn't have time to look into the report. There it is. Falls after Piper Sandler downgrades. But I think that's actually still good long term with that really nice report they had on Black Friday. I bought a little shop yesterday. I'm keeping that despite the pullback. Coin above 52-week highs. Wow. So crypto stocks surging. Iron going to get to that target hopefully today. Markets open. Here we go. Let's see. Check out these gold options I'm in. Cool. They're up 28%. I don't have a lot in them though, so not a big deal. All right. Tesla looking beautiful. Tesla. I love Tesla going into Thursday. Did add also just a couple Tesla options as well. Wow, I'm kind of light on Tesla overall. I used to have a lot more before that earnings report. Oh, I wanted to change this to percent. There we go. Actually, do I? No, it's the dollar. Percent below it. Oh, iron. Okay, all right. I got. Do I still have my iron sell order open? I think I'm gonna sell. Let me just see. Let's see if I still have the iron sell order open. Yeah, I do. At 399. It's 397 now. Just wait. Okay, hold on. Just gonna adjust the size a little. Oh, it sold. 399. Okay, I'm out of iron at 399. I have a little bit. I mean, a little bit. I intended to sell half of iron at 399, but I ended up selling some yesterday. I'm basically selling the other half today. I mean, it's just peanuts that I have left. I might as well just sell the rest. Hit our target. It was a beautiful call, so let's just sell the rest. Have some cash. Maybe I'll buy some Tesla. All right, cool. I'm all out iron. Hit our target, 399. Beautiful. From like 3. It's up 33% in a few days, guys. Tesla. I think I need more Tesla. CRISPR, NVIDIA, Melly looking good. I think I gotta go more Tesla. Thing is, though, with Tesla, I think that the stock can peak on Thursday as well. So you got to be quick because it is very expensive. The forward PE of I think 70. Yeah, 75. PDD. All right, you know what? I'm gonna pick up. Let's diversify. Get ourselves a little bit of PDD for the long term with that. There we go. Okay, I bought the gap on PDD. Gonna hold that. Gonna hold that long term. Tesla's looking beautiful. Find a little bit more Tesla with that iron money I had. And let me just see what I have as far as call options. Not a lot. Just a couple contracts. Okay. January 5th, 240. That's what I got on Tesla. Okay. All right. Geo getting blocked at that 1030 resistance. Iron was just such a beautiful call. Basically $3 to $4. Keep an eye on Lily. I'm going to move Lily to the top. There's Novo Nordisk. Keep track of that as well. Okay. Tesla. Yeah, I mean, I don't see how this doesn't go up another few dollars at least into Thursday. Tesla, I'm talking about. Let's see how Zscaler has been doing. Bounce back a little bit. So Celsius, don't really see any evidence yet that it's reacting to that New York Post story. So sticking with gold and Tesla as a top two, let's actually move PDD up. Yeah, what an iron hit. 404 and pullback. Neat. Neat. Maybe. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Maybe we can pick up iron at like 340 in a couple days. Let's see. Tesla. Is Tesla going to be the star? PDD. All right. I think Okay, so I think I give you one. Let's dig into the technicals on PDD. Wow. We got to go 5 years. And I think we got to go monthly. It's a tough one. It's not like very clear. It's just look, the fundamentals are so good. The beat is so big. The PE is so low. You know, the forward PE, that to me, this is just something you keep until you get a sign of a top rather than like predicting which of these, tails or wicks, I don't know what you call the top ones, which of these candles is going to get resisted at. Instead of doing that, I'm like, you know what? Let me just hold on to this PDD I picked up for the long term. And if the story changes, they have an earnings miss, economy really changes, whatever it is, then maybe I'll sell it. Or if it breaks down below support level, maybe I'll sell it. But I think I'm going to keep this PDD here. that I picked up for the longer term. All right. So gold, Tesla, PDD, top 3 right now. Iron over 4. I'm probably gonna regret selling that at $3.99. Then monitoring these other ones. YPF. Did I sell any YPF in the end yesterday? Let me see. I want to get too greedy with YPF. Not sure if I sold any. No, I'm going to sell a little bit. Pocket a little bit of gains. $17. All right. Sold like 20%. I think I did sell some yesterday too. Yeah, I did. So now I have half of what I had at the peak on YPF. Oh man, look at iron. I knew I'd regret that. All right. Now we got to look at what comes next, man. If this holds 402, so if by the end of the day it closes over 402, if the intraday price action it keeps bouncing off of 402, let's maybe just call it 4, the psychological level, then where can it go next? Well, you got on the weekly, the 20-week moving average is 420. So we have that potential area. And then, man, they got some sky blue if it goes over 420. Some sky blue can work its way towards 5 if it closes over 420. So we'll continue keeping an eye on iron. I kept holding my coin, though. So let's see. How's coin doing? Crypto. Coin 123 up 3. Look at these cryptos. Iron's been the best, though, in the last week or so. Wow, look at that. 37,500. All right, so I guess I'm just going to keep my coin and keep my Bitcoin. All right. So I guess what we got to do is move Bitcoin up and move iron up, or really any crypto stock. It's now going to be in the top 5 here. Celsius has been so disappointing. It's just going to take time. Got to have a longer term outlook with this. Wow, that's ugly. It will hit new highs at some point. Gold, Tesla, PDD, Bitcoin, iron, and all the crypto miners. That's the top focus today. All right, we'll continue monitoring Lilly and CRISPR. Pullback on CRISPR, NVIDIA, SMCI, Melly, monitoring these, but wow, it's all red. All right, so man, I'm really feeling good about our selection here. Just look at pounds here real quick. So feeling really good about our top 5. And we have our catalyst still ahead of us on Tesla. We just had our catalyst happen on PDD. Gold, major breakout. Bitcoin coming back. Iron. Oh. All right, we'll monitor iron. It's 9:42. I'm feeling kind of locked in right here. I don't know that we need to wait for 10. I don't think we need to wait for 10 a.m. today. So usually I see the signal as early as 9:45 to 10:15, 10:30, like in that range, 9:45 to 10:30. It really becomes clear what the winners are going to be for the day. So, I mean, iron, I wouldn't buy iron now. 3, we're out. We're out at 3.99, but just want to keep an eye on crypto stocks. So that's a representative in our top pick list. Let's check out the crypto list. Let's see if there's anything lagging that needs to catch up. You know what? Like, I'm happy with how I play crypto. I have these. No, I don't have iron anymore, obviously, but I have fiat, TO, and coin in my retirement account. We'll keep it at that. All right. Gold, Tesla, PDD. Continue to watch Bitcoin and crypto stocks. Celsius. You just gotta wait, man. Have some patience. Oh, Geo back above 1030, 1034. Okay, you got to move this up. If this, what do we say, 1030 to 1035? 1030 is what we clearly saw together, but I must have been looking at a different time frame when I saw 1035 yesterday. There might be a little resistance there. Oh, so let's keep Geo here at the top of our list because if Geo breaks, may have already broken. Actually, you know what? Let's zoom into that a little bit closer in a second. Oh, shoot. I just lost my E-Trade on my desktop. Give me a second, guys. Just got to log back in, and then we'll look at the Geo chart together. Okay. Geo. Okay, even if it was 1035, we're there right now. 1034 by 1035. Let's. You know what? Like when you go to the daily, you can debate about. Where's that resistance in here? Is it 10? Is it 1030? Is it 1035? But for me, like just personally, I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not like day trading right now like I was. It's all about swings and long terms for me. So that's like the weekly is more important when you're doing that. So we went through this. I feel comfortable given the sentiment and the fundamental tailwind, so to speak, on Geo. There we go, 1036, 1037, 1038. So this is looking nice for a move towards 11 at this point. Let me see how much Geo I have. Not a lot. Okay, so Geo breaking out. I feel like it needs to be moved up a bit because it broke that. Wow, iron. Oh my gosh. All right. So here we go. Iron Geo breaking out. I'm not in it. There was someone on social media who was following me. And been following, I think he's in our community and has been trading the iron. And his like, can your price targets change? I'm like, yeah, they can change because the price target was $4. Is like, okay, well then I'm just gonna hold for the all-time high of $28. So all right, kudos to him. He's got that patience to do that. Wonderful. So okay, 408. It's right in this gap, by the way. I guess that was an area I missed. Look at this earnings gap. The high of the day on the earnings gap was 412. So it's right there now. It's right in that earnings gap at 412. Man, remember yesterday my plan was to sell half at 399, hold the other half. I failed to execute on that, but that's okay. I picked up some other stuff with that money. Geo, iron, PDD, Tesla, gold. Wow, gold is near the high of the day. Really liking this list, but I think I got to move Geo up because this looks like a clean breakout. Let's see. Gold, Geo, iron. Gonna drive me nuts today, huh? I gotta do this. It's right at this resistance level, 412. I can't do it. Can't add it here because look at this. Man, it's been wow, look at Mara up 6%. That's okay. I got the Bitcoin, I got the coin. We don't need to have iron. Gold and Geo, Tesla. Iron's there as a just to watch, at this point. And to feel some regrets. And then PDD 139. What's the high of the day there? 140. Zoom into Lily. Gold 188 is the high of the day. Beautiful. Looking for 191. Geo, look at that. Booking it. Nice. 11, 12, 13, all in the cards. Do I have more money to buy more Geo? I don't think I do. I'd have to sell something and don't know that I want to sell any of these that I have here. Just reviewing my portfolio right now. Man, I have it's maybe too much in gun stocks that have not worked out. Smith & Wesson, RGR, POWW. That's an area of potential funds. Okay. So, gold, Geo, Tesla. Not acting yet, but I'm not too worried about that. We still got a couple days that to have its FOMO run. Gold at high of day. Geo. Let's move into Geo a second. Yeah, you know what? I guess in retrospect, it's always easy. I should have had a better when I started moving back into Geo a couple days ago. I should have sold more of my gun stocks to fund this because I still have like a 6-to-1 ratio of gun stocks versus this border stock. That should have been my source of funds to get some bigger Geo. Okay. So I'll monitor that. If we get a pullback or something, maybe I'll execute that. Get a better mix. Iron through that gap. Wow. All right. So what can you do, man? Already sold it at $4. 20 DMA at 420. I think 420 was the key level. Wow. This is turning out to be like the best minor play, especially in the last couple of weeks. Not going to chase that. Tesla's down. Wow. All right. Holding on to my position. My sell is going to be Thursday regardless. I'm going to sell probably half right the morning of the event, something like that, and then save the other half as far as my trading shares. Right, I got long-term shares and trading shares, and then maybe hold the other half to see how the event goes, something like that. That's going to be my plan. I'm going to do it based on timing of the events rather than the price on the chart. So gold, Geo, Tesla. It's getting close to 10. So PDD's outperforming. Going to throw that at the top there. Near the high of the day. Looking good. Gold, Geo, PDD, Tesla. All right. This looks like it's going to be it. Watching Lilly. Lots of red out there. What's going on with the market? Big pullback. Wow. Wow. Down almost 1%. Didn't even realize. Focus on these top picks. Didn't even realize. The only one that's really not working since pre-market or since yesterday, if you've been holding, is Tesla. Gold, Geo, PDD has been up, all of them. And Iron, that worked out, hit our target. All of these have been up since our commentary. Celsius down and Tesla down. But I would have never guessed the market was down 1%. YPF, I did sell some, didn't I, a second ago? Let me just see. So that's let me just see here. That could be a source of funds for something. Since I'm up. Yeah, you know, I really thinking I got too much gun stocks. PDD, gold, Geo. Do I want to buy more Geo? Let's see. SWBI. That. RGR. Got that much there on RGR. PAL. You know what? I got too much PAL. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to sell. Yeah. I'm going to sell a little bit of PAL. I'm going to sell a little bit of PAL and add a little bit of Geo on this breakout. Nothing crazy. Just a little bit of rebalancing. Recognizing that relative strength. Yeah. Go for it. Done. All right. 9:55. Gold, Geo, PDD. And the whole point of staying on until 9:30, 10 is if you're day trading, even if you're like swing trading with a 1 to 3 day kind of time frame, waiting till this 9:30 to 10 time frame can give you a better idea of what's going to continue doing well the rest of the day. That's the whole reason we're staying on this extra 30 minutes. Zscaler really bounced back nicely. It's still red, but let's see. All right, so through our process, made a little bit of modification. I think I had gold number 1 and then Tesla number 2. And now here close to 10 a.m., we're saying gold number 1, Geo number 2, because of the breakout of Geo at 10:30, kind of sticking to our process. In the pre-market, we said if it breaks 10:30 to 10:35 area, we're looking for 11 plus. So we're sticking with that prediction. So gold number 1, Geo number 2, PDD, we already had that in the top 5, but the relative strength this morning, very nice and kind of validating our thoughts on the earnings at 30% beat. I don't have a better price target for you on PDD. I apologize about that. It's not clear on the chart that, I guess if you want to do a 30% re-rating, we could try that and see where we're at. Let's do that because it's worked so often in the past for us. So let's just go to a daily chart. Yesterday's close was 117.72. So 117.72, and this is an approximation. I think it was, I think the top line was up 27%, and the EPS is a 33% beat. So we'll just go like 30%. That takes it to 153. We're at 139 now. What would 153 look like on the chart? Well, that makes sense. Is that possible? Let's see. I'm gonna go to the monthly. 150. Oh yeah, maybe. You see this candle right here? The top of this candle is 155. The top of this candle kind of like 152. Shoulder resistance maybe. So 152, I would say at this point, maybe 152 is in play from a swing perspective on PDD. And I'm saying like days. Remember Melly? We just needed a couple days more patience. The thing was like 1490. And I was calling for price targets like near where it is now, I think. We just didn't stick with it. We didn't have the patience. Look, it just took a number of days until it really broke out. We could see something similar. I think we could see something similar with PDD. So I'm going to stick that up there at the top of the list. So gold, Geo, 1040, 1041, looking good. I think I just picked somewhere up at 1034. So for the rest of the day, we're thinking gold, Geo, PDD could do the best. Tesla, I think, is going to turn around at some point, find its bottom, and spike up in a event anticipation FOMO run. And then iron we sold. we're just gonna have some regrets and FOMO if it keeps exploding, right? All right, I gotta end it here. Thanks for joining, and good luck the rest of the day. All right. Helpful for you. Put in the VIP chat community. I'd like to hear good stories and how you're acting on this information. Definitely like to hear from you. Take care.